Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Paper Tyger. If you're new here, my name is Steven, and 2024 has been kind of a crazy year for me. There's never been a year in my life that I have bought, sold, traded, built, and driven more vehicles than I have this year. It's kind of getting out of hand, I'm gonna be honest. There are also more people than usual who are watching my videos, so I decided, you know what, it might be a little confusing for new people who are just joining the channel. So I thought, you know what, let's take a step back and let's just go through every single project that I'm working on currently and kind of where they're at the moment. So that's the goal for this video. We're just gonna go through all the projects, including some stuff that you guys have never seen and some stuff that I usually just gloss over. So welcome to the Paper Tyger full project tour of 2024. And for the record, I am filming this in December of 2024, even though it's 45 and sunny, Pennsylvania. Don't move here, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, this will be probably for the start of 2025. This is where we're starting from. So let's get started with this one. So this little green cart, which is what we call it, the green cart, we have no better name for it. This is the OG. So this is the first vehicle that I ever personally bought. And I've had it for about, what, 2.5 years now? When I first bought it, my friends owned it before me and they kind of kicked the crap out of it, so it wasn't in very nice shape. So I took the time, I made it a lot safer, and then I made it a lot more fun. Somebody put a Predator 212 on the back of it at one point, so I started modifying that. At the beginning of the year, it was probably making about 7 to 9 horsepower. It had a full stage 1 kit on it, and it was a lot of fun. And then we blew it up. So we took the Predator 212 Hemi that was sitting on our drift trike, we swapped it onto this one. It's super torquey because it has it's more torque with the Hemi, and we have a brand new belt on it from Go Power Sports. But I just replaced almost all of the steering components up front because that was my one major complaint with this cart, is that it steered like absolute garbage. I think my friend Levi said it best where he said, "Steven, this thing steers like a semi-truck." So we just replaced all of the spindles, both spindles. We got 2 brand new tie rods, and these things are beefy, and it steers real nice, and it should give me a little bit of a better turning radius. I just finished this a couple days ago, and we still need to do an alignment so that the tires are going down the road straight, but she is almost done, and should be good for some winter ripping if we ever get any snow. Pennsylvania, I'm looking at you. I love this thing, and it's probably never going to leave the channel. I'm just gonna keep tinkering it, messing with it, making it better over time. It was a perfect starter go-kart for me, and it's probably never gonna leave, so get used to it. Let's take a break from the go-karts because there's a couple of those, and let's go take a look at some of the cars that we have here, because that's the other thing this channel likes to focus on. So this is my 1996 Mustang GT, and this is my daily driver project car. So I haven't made a ton of videos on this thing this year, mostly because it's just been little stuff that I've been doing to make it better, just little by little over time. But this thing is so much fun to drive. It's a 5-speed manual, 4.6 liter V8. I nicknamed her Monica. She is my favorite. I just put 4 new tires on her. I untinted the car all the way around. I've been trying to fix the oil leak. Just little things like that. What kind of a fun video would it be if you guys just watched me replace an idler? That's not really that interesting to me, and I don't think that anybody else would think so too. I put some new wheels on her over the fall. These are OEM Cobras. There will be a video on these coming very, very soon. She is so much fun. I just don't film with it enough. Expect more Mustang videos, but not a ton. Moving on, this is my dad's F-150, and I'm severely indebted to this truck because I use this truck for anything and everything.
Yeah, all of it.
Whenever I'm hauling go-karts, delivering parts, picking up junk off of Facebook Marketplace. I put this thing to so much use, and it's not even fair how little credit I give it. So yeah, this is my dad's truck. The only gripe that I have with it, it's a 6-foot bed rather than an 8-foot bed, which is rather unfortunate. So this is our van. Not gonna say too much on it just because it's our family vehicle. That's all we really use it for. It's not really in any videos except for the background, but it's a Nissan NV3500 12-passenger van. I have 7 brothers and sisters, so we kind of need this. We bought it new back in 2015. Probably never going to get rid of it, so it'll be in the background of videos a lot. All right, so we're going to talk quickly about a vehicle that wasn't here before whenever we were filming all the cars, but it's here now, and it is the newest addition to the fleet. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our 2002 Honda CR-V. We nicknamed it Brown Sugar because it's brown both on the inside and on the outside. So you guys are probably thinking, hey, wait a minute. Didn't you guys have that one gray 2018 Honda Civic? Well, we did. Long story short, Joseph totaled it. My brother Joseph totaled it. Joseph doesn't want to be in videos anymore, and that's completely fine. So we'll just tell the story ourselves and we'll try not to paint him in too bad of a light. So basically what happened is there was traffic backed up onto this 2-lane road. So Joseph was trying to get into the left lane to get around the traffic, and as the traffic was slowing down, so he was looking over his shoulder trying to see where he could merge, and there was a Chevy Silverado in front of him that slowed down, and he did not because he was looking over his shoulder, and he just plowed right into it at, I mean, you guys weren't going that fast, right?
Maybe
20?
like 10 miles per hour.
Really?
It wasn't like super fast. It didn't feel fast.
So it wasn't a violent crash, but he did damage some good stuff. I'll throw a video, or I'll throw a picture up on screen of just what it looked like.
Right there. There's a, that's a, that's a,
no,
I like to see it edit.
Like, make it like
Turn around, like, yeah, in circles.
Make it do a circle.
And then like put like rainbow.
It's an announcement. This is the car we bought to replace it.
Yay.
And I've just been working on it, kind of like a second project car, just to work out all the different issues.
There are a lot.
There were a lot. The biggest things I'd say that I've done is I fixed the wipers because they used to only go to like here. The wiper linkage was broken, and I put these new headlights on these.
They're so shiny.
We've also put new tires on it. I did an alignment on it, new sway bar link. It also had new shocks right before we bought it, new brake calipers all the way around. It's actually a really nice little rig, and there's just a few more things that we need to fix. The gas gauge, that's kind of a big one, and the exhaust, which is rattling around. It's, you know, it's from 2002, so there's a lot of stuff wrong with it. So this is basically Joseph and Colby's car. Colby's learning how to drive now, and it's actually really nice. And Tim, don't wreck it.
Can't make any promises, but like.
Let's go walk up to the front yard again, and we'll talk about another one of my new favorite vehicles this year, scooters. So one thing that has become like a thing that we do over the past year is we started filming scooters and stuff.
Right.
So this is probably the coolest one that we have on the channel. This belongs to my friend Leo. He's storing it here at the moment for the winter. So he just so happened to stop by, so he's going to tell you about his scooter himself.
Right. Hi, my name's Leo. This here is my 2005 Stella.
It's a genuine scooter company, Stella.
Yes.
It looks like a Vespa. Same all the body as a Vespa.
The tooling and everything is Vespa, but like genuine scooter, like you said, they're like they were a startup company in the early 2000s. So they just imported these from like India, and the Indians just used Vespa Piaggio 200 like tooling, and they just refused to upgrade when Vespa asked them to. It's a two-stroke.
150cc two-stroke.
Right.
Which is really fast, actually.
Yeah, I think downhill I've been able to break 50, but usually it's like cruising 40. We have some issues with the rear wheel. It's a little. I think it was misaligned at a certain point. That's what happened. It just kind of kept grinding.
I don't know exactly what happened, but one of the studs is missing on the rear wheel, and then the rest of them have kind of been rounded out. So we need to fix that. The kickstand needs to be fixed. Other than that, it should run. Oh, and the horn, yeah. This is probably one of the, like, anytime that we take this anywhere, we always get a ton of attention with it. Right. It's probably one of the nicest vehicles that we have here at the house. Despite all the stuff that's wrong with it, which is, it's honestly not it's not so terrible to fix.
I beg to differ. I think that my Vespa's a bit better.
All right, fine. Let's show them your Vespa, and the audience can decide.
I don't really think either of them can compete for a true Vespa.
Moving on to the second scooter in the fleet. This one is my personal scooter. This is my 1983 Honda PA52. It's a 50cc two-stroke moped. I bought this last winter, and it's been a labor of love to get it where it is over the past year. It's not in very nice shape, which basically is good for me actually, because it means that I can ride it anywhere and do anything I want to it, and I really don't have to worry about keeping it nice. Everybody likes riding it whenever I let them, and it's just a really great time. Hey Dory. It's mostly completely stock, except for the auxiliary fuel tank that I put on the back here, which is just a Predator 79cc gas tank that I had to put on here, because this fuel tank, I left it on because it looks cool, but it's super rusty on the inside. So I just put on an auxiliary one for the time being. Moving on to the last scooter in the fleet, I'm gonna actually pass it off to Timothy, who's filming for me because it's his. So Tim, what do we got here?
Oh, here we have a Razor scooter.
Yeah, it's a Razor Pocket Mod is what they're called.
Razor Pocket Mod. Pretty cool. We have taken this thing in. It was in pretty bad condition. We got it for a killer deal at only $14. When we got it, it barely ran, and it
still barely runs.
Well, yeah, we're hoping to fix that soon. We've spray painted it to kind of resemble Leo's moped. You can tell, like, they're slightly different shades. No.
This thing is pretty far from perfect still. We're working on getting it to perfect.
I want it to go to at least 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, the problem that we're having now is that the paint isn't sticking.
Yeah.
And every time we bump into something, it kind of falls off. We need to do something about that. We're not even done with the aesthetics on it either. So
No,
that
but
thing it's still coming along.
Yeah.
But for the moment, it's kind of just in winter storage.
No.
It's completely out of batteries, Ange. Yeah,
It's not even on.
it is on. He turned it on. It's just it's not doing anything.
Alright.
Where are your shoes? So I did want to touch on something that I've never covered in a video before as we're doing this. I'm just going to ignore that. Still ignoring that. So my family has a lot of people in it, and thus we have a lot of bikes. So I actually counted them before we were filming this. We have a total of 18 bikes here, and we have acquired a few interesting ones over the years. First and foremost, this one belongs to Timothy. What is this, Tim?
This is a Schwinn bike.
It's a Stingray chopper bike.
Again, picked this up at an amazing price of $10. You notice that I like things at low price and a bit small for me. I bet I can ride this thing. Watch
Yeah,
as I
you can
come.
ride it. It's just that your legs stick out. This is the other one of our probably most interesting bikes. This is our Schwinn tandem bike. We got this off of some friends of ours, and we've had it for about 5 or 6 years now. And it's really, really fun just to ride around. It does take up a lot of space, being that it's about twice as long as any normal bike, but it is really fun. And Timothy said that he wanted to ride it here.
I've never ridden in the front seat before.
Oh, well, this is a great time to learn then, I guess.
Yeah, I want to go. Hey.
Hey. All right, we're gonna be talking about the most reliable vehicle in the fleet, our quad. We got this thing last year. I was gonna destroy it, then I decided it was way too nice to destroy, so we kind of just kept it. It's been played with a lot, and it has also sat a lot.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
this is our
one
only nice vehicle.
This is a Power Wheels quad with a 322 engine in the back. I'm not sure if that's a real engine. I'm just making.
He doesn't know what he's talking about, does he?
Cool. I think for funsies, we should put a V8 in it.
All right, I like that. All right, never mind, we're keeping it. Also here in the garage, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty messy, pardon the mess, but I have a lot more parts in here. This whole box is full of parts. This whole box is full of parts. There's another box full of parts back there. Stop. Sorry. And then I also have this roll cart that is also full of parts. All right, so walking over here to our shed, this is kind of like my storage area for all my parts, and whenever the go-karts are done, this is where I park them. Let's start over here. This is our Mario Kart go-kart. So this is a go-kart we got last year. We got it with the go-kart chassis and the tires with no engine or transmission. So all of this we bought and built, and I put this Mario Kart inspired wrap on it this year. And I mean, this thing is done and it's borderline perfection. So
Yes, you can say that again.
it is pretty slow off of the line, just by way of how heavy it is and how big the tires are, but once it gets going, it gets going.
Yeah.
But it'll do probably about 50 miles an hour. I don't think I've actually hit the top speed on it.
Really?
I don't think so.
We should try that.
Because I remember I was like flying down this road and I kept hitting the gas and it just kept accelerating. It just had more to give. Basically, what we're running with here, we have a Predator 224 with the Stage 1 kit on it. The Stage 1 kit is starting to look a little rough because it came from Amazon. And then we have this GX160 Honda wet clutch on it. It's a pretty good setup. It took a lot of work to get it to where it's at right now, but it runs really good, starts up every time. I could not be happier with this thing. And then over here, this is a cart that I haven't made a video on yet. So this frame used to belong to my friend Aaron. So I posted a video earlier this year titled First Go-Kart Ride of the Spring. And this was Aaron's go-kart that he rode that day. He had a Predator 224 on it. And it didn't work very well. So at one point we were going to take this frame and we were going to swap a quad or a straight bike engine onto it. And he gave me this frame for that project. We ended up scrapping that project because that is a huge project that we did not have the funds for. And it's kind of just been sitting back here like a blank canvas, waiting for me to do something with it. And I am going to do something with it this year. So
Yay.
Stay tuned. I will be making videos with this thing. It's actually a really cool cart. It's a full, adult sized go-kart. It's really heavy duty. And we're gonna do something fun with it, so stay tuned. I just wanted to show you guys, this is like the part storage area. We have all the bikes stored under here. We have parts for all different sorts of projects up here. Wheels and tires, exhausts, these plastic pieces. Over here, we have the stock wheels for the Mustang. And then over here, I have these pallets laid out. I also have these two engines that I don't really know what to do with. This is the stock engine from the drift trike that doesn't run anymore. And this is an engine that I got in a deal with a couple of other engines. And this is the last bike I'm gonna talk about. This is I think this is the only bike that I personally own right now. This is my Schwinn 29-inch mountain bike. I got this thing for free. I put a lot of money into it, trying to build it up nice. There were a few things that I couldn't tackle, so I took it to a bike shop and they found about $300 worth of stuff that I had not addressed yet. And I decided to turn it into a parts bike. So that is what it's become. And it will probably either be given away or scrapped within the next year. Vehicles that aren't with us anymore. My drift trike, sold that this year. The motorized scooter that I had, that was a piece of garbage, so we traded that for a different project, which I haven't announced yet. And then my 79cc swapped Razor dirt bike, which was really fun, except it didn't really go that fast or accelerate well, so I ended up selling that off. Some other go-karts that you guys are gonna see on the channel. My friend Levi has a Manco Dingo, a single-seater go-kart. Tommy has a green cart. My friend Aaron has this blue full suspension go-kart. I think that's gonna complete the collection tour. We have acquired quite a lot of junk and we have gone through a lot of junk this year. And if this year is any indication of the future, then 2025 is going to be just as crazy, if not more crazy. And I will have to get better at filming videos so that you guys know what the heck is going on. There's a lot of mud attached to my shoe now.
Huh,
I don't know how this happened.
Skill issue? Is that mud?
Yeah, I hope. It was poop. Do you want to end the video? You're usually pretty good at it.
As this video wraps up, I want to thank everyone for sticking around and watching to the end. Make sure to like and subscribe and to check out Steven and Leo's podcast. It'll be linked right there.
It will.
Make sure to subscribe to the Paper Tyger. It'll be right there. Until I see you next time, see ya. Have a great day.